watching African Politics TV. Everything politics.
There can be no development where there is no peace. There can be no peace in an atmosphere that is stricken with poverty, with disease and hunger. There can be no peace where a few monopolize wealth and expect to enjoy it in a depressed environment. That is the reason why the Young Nigerians Against Greed, YNAG, has launched and flagged off and designed a master plan through the WAP program, the War Against Poverty program. And one of the ways to extinguish poverty from the society as a major malaise against the existence of humanity is through farming. There is a lot of wealth on the farm. When you till the ground, there is wealth in it. Today, the Young Nigerians Against Greed, under the leadership and visionary acumen of Pastor Edward Eyitayo Lutoke, has flagged off this master plan. It's going to generate billions of naira for every resource center across the 774 local government areas of Nigeria. Beginning today, from the Abuja Municipal Area Council, as we can see here, captains of industry, experts in export and investment promotion and international business are present, members of the academia, members of the business class, especially from the association, National Association of Traders, all present here, farmers present here, the political class present here. It is a great development in the history of Nigeria. As we celebrate May 29 as Democracy Day, Nigerian youths have gathered under the auspices of the Young Nigerians Against Greed to set up this great program of war against poverty. A great development that will go in the annals of history, and as we have heard from the leader of this group, Pastor Eyitayo Edward Lutoke, the program is going to sustain itself as it is going to take in a lot of trainees. The world is no longer looking for those that gather certificates. The world is looking for skills, and those skills are here. 60 skills in agriculture will be given free. People will be trained here. Trainees will take lectures here, and then there is going to be free tutorial classes for secondary school leavers, for school dropouts, for those preparing to write JPEG, UMTE, and GCE level, GCE advanced level, and volunteers have already indicated interest, and the political class have also indicated interest to bring in their constituents to this resource center. As the name implies, it's going to be resourceful, and it's going to be very sustainable, and it's going to be spread across the 774 local government areas of Nigeria as a way of extinguishing poverty, hunger, and disease, and all forms of social malaise from our body politic. Stay tuned as I take you through the program. for taking the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me that we have to start with Almighty God taking preeminence at this event.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alayhim ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim waladdallin. Almighty Allah, we start this program in your name. We hand ourselves over to you and we will continue this program in peace, so shall we end it up in peace. May this program lead to a lot of progress for our youths and empowerment for our youths, so that all of us, instead of us to have idle youths everywhere, we'll have them working in the farms, so that Nigeria will become peaceful. No politician will be able to use our youth for violence and thuggery. We ask this in the name of Almighty Allah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billahi al-azim.
Giver of life, our keeper and our sustainer, creator of the universe, we worship you. Father, we thank you for the privilege of seeing today. Thank you, O God, for making this day a reality. We say, Lord, may all the glory be returned unto you in the name of Jesus. Father, we commit everything we shall do here into your hands, O God. Every proceeding, O God, of this great activity for today, Lord, help us. Father, help us, O God, to reach our people. Help us, O God, even as this idea has come, that our people will receive them. That, O God, as Nigerians, even as we have gathered here, Father, that will lift our nation higher. Even on this day, oh God, that will remember and commemorate our Democracy Day. Help Nigeria. Help our people. Help our young people. Help our women. Help our men. Help our children, oh God. Lord, we give you all the praise. Be thou exalted, Heavenly Father. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Members of the high table here, so that we can stand on the existing protocol. I also recognize the highest table there too, even though you are lower than where we are, but you are highest. I'm delighted sincerely to be with you around this time for a very important program. No wonder I can see the hall is not filled to capacity. This is simply because what we are setting out to do through this program is what people are shying away from it, but that is the naked truth. We love easy things as people. We reject to go the hard way so that sooner after the hard work, we can reap the labor we put in. We always appreciate easy-going things. And I think that is the reason for the squabble. That is the reason for why we are in this pain today in this country. If you have asked people to come here to collect 10,000 naira this morning, between now and the entry to this place, you will have seen a lot of people. Just to come and collect 10,000 naira, they will come. But come and get tutor for what will make you stabilize in life, be a better person. You can see the kind of empty seats we are having. And no wonder we can also see why people always misinterpret statements from leaders who meant well for this nation. It went viral a month ago when the president made a statement on how we can be good citizens of this country, and he encouraged particularly the youth. Let's embrace farming. Let us not get, sitting at home and be idle. The next thing was the president described the youth as lazy. I want to think as a grandfather and as a father, somebody who have a mandate to lead this country, cannot just carelessly go to a foreign land and ridicule his country young men who are supposed to be the leaders of this country. It was misled. It was misinterpreted. It went viral. The man kept quiet. He didn't utter a word any longer because that wasn't his position. That was not exactly what he meant. Now, gentlemen, we could come from different backgrounds, but Nigeria is a country with abundant resources. Abundant resources. On earth, I've not seen a country go around the world, and you can right here tell me whether I'm saying the right thing or not. I have not seen a country that is so blessed with every opportunity in life like this country, Nigeria. We have everything going for us. If you till the land here, there's nothing you cannot get. Unfortunately, the lands are there lying, fallow, nothing is happening. And yet when you are told, you can pick a profession through farming, you say, am I the only one that should farm? Is that the job you want to find for me? As if it is a cost to be a farmer. So why I have to go this way, and why I even have to disengage myself from an event to attend to this, is simply because I want to let us know that we do not have a choice. Even if you are the Dangote, you can be Dangote of this world, but the Dangote that you are seeing as the richest man in Africa has a farm. All these notable, wealthy persons you are seeing around us, they have cleared the bush somewhere in town, outside in the suburb of the city, they are farming. Whatever we are in life, we must embrace this because it is the alternative, it is the only option that is left for us. And I want to ask all Nigerian youths in particular, yes, go for white collar job, it's not a crime. But behind your house, get a farm. Gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening. And I want to also encourage us to encourage others to come and key into this program that we're about to unfold. On this note, on behalf of the organizers and the good people of Abuja Municipal Council, I want to formally declare this program, War Against Poverty, WAP, open.
Empezando besos con el honorable Chairman. Thank you very much, honorable Chairman, sir. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is a national declaration for the opening of the War Against Poverty program. Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman Amac, for this national declaration.
I really want to appreciate everyone present in this meeting. You've heard everything the chairman has to tell us, that we need to go back to farm, even though we need white collar job. We still need to have a farm behind our backyard. Yes, you heard, the country is blessed. We all know that. We are even richer, we are blessed more equally. In fact, Nigeria is the greatest country in the world. There's no need running abroad, running to America, all of them are looking up to us. That's the truth. Because there's no state in Nigeria that you go to now that you not see one mineral resources. It's not like that in other countries. They suffer earthquake, they suffer tsunami, they suffer all manner. But here we are standing strong. No evil comes to Nigeria. And why not? Why shouldn't we thank God for His mercies and His blessing upon this great nation? That's why we need to go back to farm. And I welcome you all to this meeting edition of launching of the War Against Poverty program.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All protocols observed. Our chairman, you are welcome. Thank you for declaring poverty. Wow. Yes, as chairman rightly said, yeah, it's good. Whether you are a banker, whether you are a businessman, at least you are courtyard. Like me, in my compound, I have a big compound. I farm here and there, and I farm corn and other things there. And I think it will be also good if we emulate that. It will reduce the hunger we are facing. But another thing is this: government should help us to give us fertilizer to make those things, come out well. We do our own. Don't be so good. So we found they God give us water last night to water it well. I mean, it depends government. Our chairman, sir, we need that thing which will come from there to make it come out fine well. So we thank our chairman, we thank we all that are here. So the God bless you all to this of them.
Thank you, sir. Abuja National Association of Nigerian Traders. In fact, when we went out looking for him, the red cap, they said the red cap chief is not easy, it's not a small masquerade. It took us several hours to locate him. You're welcome, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir, our landlord. In fact, I had a dream last night. He gave me a piece of land and you signed the arrow of hope. The ceremony of Daraki. Yes, you signed my arrow of hope and I was so happy. And my dreams, SSA Boluka, my dreams always come true. Yes. The ceremony of Daraki for his goodwill message. Ceremony, Daraki.
The chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you, and we thank God what our chairman has done for the flag of this war against poverty. Well, I was so much happy when I got this invitation, because my plan today was to go to farm with my family, but I decided to leave it today and attend the program. Well, I don't know, we Nigerians, I don't know why we want to suffer. We have a song that's we sung, I am not going to suffer unless I beg for food. You have to suffer before you get what you want. you have to go for it. So without farm identity, there's no way. So I'm a farmer, and I learned it from my forefathers, and I can never ever forget it. Thank you, and God bless this program in Jesus' name.
Zaki, Honorable Chairman Sir, we hereby draw the curtain of goodwill messages, and you remember the cry for fertilizers. In GCU level in those days, we were taught factors for location of industries, nearness to source of raw materials. It is also near to the candidate fertilizers, and I think the demand was correct. As a farmer too, I will live with my own bag of fertilizers today. Ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, put your hands together to welcome the co-compare of this event, Pastor Kings Eka, to introduce the next program, the next one of the event. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Prof. Akubo. In a sign of appreciation too, he has done so much. I would like us to appreciate him too. He's a very versatile man in every aspect. I think every one of us can attest to that. I didn't know he's a dreamer until today. And I didn't know that his dreams always come true. Until when he had to dream about a land that was given to him. I'm thinking of dreaming too. I'm thinking of dreaming too. Should I dream? I should go ahead and dream. I should sleep before I dream. It's all right. Thank you so much. It's good. Okay, it's good to dream. One of those dreams is what has come true today, and that is what we've come to officially flag up: the dream of war against poverty. And we can all agree that what will overcome the spirit of poverty is famine. Famine and famine, whichever dimension and whichever way. So we are very happy that this program has come at this very moment. And we are too sure that give us like 6 months from now, 1 year from now, the case will not be the same again. It will be a very massive one. I know too well too that this program is kickstarting from Amac, but with the intention of cutting across the 774 local governments. That's why I'm saying that if you give us 6 months or 1 year, you'll be shocked what was going to happen across board in this nation. We're going to bring everybody back to the original intention of creation from the Holy Book and the original lifestyle of our forefathers in this land. We're going to bring everybody back to that place. And from there, we're going to be growing greater, better, and higher. On this note, I want us to jam our hands together before the keynote address as we bring in the dancing troupe to entertain us.
Amen. Cultural troupe.
Introducing the Dominators. In 2 Samuel chapter 6 verse 14, he told us how David danced before the Lord with all of his might.
Tell me why I shouldn't dance. I'm supernatural in everything I do. Christ the reason why I'm balling, I'm balling, I'm balling, I'm balling on every side. I'm balling, I'm balling, I'm balling, I'm balling. I've got the word, I'm balling, I'm balling, I'm balling, I'm balling. Supernatural, I spread. Winning all the time, never bounce back. Cross to the ring, I can stand back. I'm getting all the money, put it in my bank. All that never run dry, cause I'm supernatural. If you ball in the wall, let me see your hands. Blessed man, you will never lack. Lost you and growth, that's how we go. Persistently, you will produce. The word is the key to my success. You better be part of the process. The Lord gon' bless me. My bad, he already did that. Supernaturally, I've got anyone. All the blessing that passed, they will find me come. I don't need to struggle, cause I'm full of the wall. The boy is flexing, now come my time is now. Check it. Christ the reason why I'm balling, I'm balling, I'm balling, I'm balling on every side. I'm balling, I'm balling, I'm balling, I'm balling. I've got the word, I'm balling, I'm balling, I'm balling, I'm balling. Supernatural, I spread. That's why I want to.
I'm going for a checkup.
Every day checkup. You go check up every Tuesday checkup. What do you want to hear? Then after they have told you, say, I reject it. I reject it. You're deceiving yourself. You went to the doctor yourself to get a checkup. You said, find out what is inside me. They now found out and said there's a tumor.
No, in Jesus' name, it's not for me.
What did you want the doctor to find? Don't you know what a doctor is? He checks for sickness.
No, I just wanted him. I knew that. I thought that if I should go there, he would say all is perfect.
Do you live your life according to the doctor's confession? The Bible says, who hath believed our reports? Is it the doctor to satisfy you well? Go back into the Bible and see. He never sent them to the physician to find out whether they were cleansed from leprosy. He sent them to the priest.
Somebody might bang their head on this one.
Hey. I want to rock.
We give up too soon. We look around and we see no change and we give up.
Correct sound.
Don't give up. There's no change. You are joking. You're rich.
Dominators.
That's the wonderful performance from Dominators.
Will you say the military regime was more preferable? No, I'm sure. It was filled with pains, sorrows, anguish, sufferings, and so many awful experiences. The people lived as though they were in captivity. Well, those were in the dark days when everyone lived in their fears. The independence of the judiciary was not respected. Everyone kept quiet about their expressions. Those in power lived so free and made us, the masses, their prey and footstool. The rule of law was abandoned. This continued until 1999, when the new hope came in, with the likes of Gani Farami, Dr. Bekola Larry Rantankuti, and so many other Democrats. And now we celebrate our Happy Democracy Day. As we get to see the light.
I don't know.
Happy Democracy Day. And as we get to see the light. Happy Democracy Day. And as we get to see the light. Democracy Day.
demonstration that came out of passion and desperation. All these are taught to our fashion with no limitation. Democracy taught to our morning devotion that help us in political assimilation for good life all over the federation. Now, Nelson Mandela, Bekololari Asobuti, Gani Fawehi laid the foundation for us all, despite the affliction. Now I see the judiciary be independent. I see human rights being respected, freedom of speech. But all this was only a wish, because democracy came with so many problems. But I know we will overcome. It's just a matter of time. We will reach there. My fellow Nigerians, congratulations. For over a decade, we kept the flag high. I know we'll attain high. Just a matter of time. Because at the end of every tunnel, there is always light. Do you believe? I rest my case.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. Once again, we want to celebrate all of you and appreciate God for this great day, and thank you for being there together with us. Ladies and gentlemen, standing on the existing protocols, and appreciating God for the presence of our leaders that are here in the house, we want to bring up on stage a father figure, a mentor, a pastor. Every title is encompassed in this man. A lot of things about this man. You can't come close to him and remain the same. Every one of us who have identified with him has ever had a reason to be inspired to do something. You can't come around him and remain the same. This man, very humble, down to earth, sincere to the core, gifted, is into diverse areas of profession, into media, into writing, into a lot of things. Time will fail me to mention. He has done a lot. And those of us handling the mic today are products of what he has done and is still doing. By the grace of God, you want to clap, go ahead and clap. By the grace of God, he has been involved in social humanitarian services for years now, even without the government support. Permit me, sir, maybe I may not be able to mention all, but what you have noted is that of Operation Father a Child. By God's grace, last year, through the help of God, under the leadership of this humble leader, he empowered 200 widows in Abuja.
My name is Mary Eba. I lost my husband in the year 2013, August. I pray that the Lord of the fatherless will richly bless the servant of God.
Elizabeth Anthony. I lost my husband in the year 2010. I'm blessing God for helping me to locate Rivers Embassy.
Widows with as much as 20,000 naira each. And if you're a mathematician, you know what that means and what that will cost. Not just ending there. During the Christmas season, he also empowered some people with some good food. Put food on their table. He's not just doing this to just the people around. He's also doing so much, sir. Our Honorable Chairman, sir. He's also doing so much for the government of the day. If you step outside here, you see a branded car dedicated to our dear president. And in that car, you see Buhari Legacy Foundation. And in that Legacy Foundation, sir, within the week before the launching of this occasion today, some of your cabinet members visited the office, and then I know by now they must have attested to the fact that they saw for themselves Buhari Legacy TV.
It's nice to be on this program today. We in President Muhammadu Buhari Yemi Banjo Nationwide Supporters Group, we came into existence about 2 years ago, and the reason for coming into existence is to enlighten Nigerians, sensitize Nigerians, and get them to know the good intentions of President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Yemi Banjo to transform Nigeria into a better place for everybody to live in.
We also have Buhari Legacy Funds, Buhari Legacy Phones.
So that during the campaign, people will be holding Buhari phone with a very good shelf life, good battery life span. So this is it. And all we need to do is government support. The selection of the graduates and how to take them to China for the training, We have to get a factory here for the production. It's not about government give us money, let's do it. No. All we need is to be accorded the recognition and then it's ready to do them.
Buhari, anything is possible with this man under this administration. He has been doing so much. But he wouldn't want us to say that. And I know if I asked him to permit me say it, he wouldn't want it. But I just took time to mention some of these things that he's doing. As we are launching the commencement of WAP here, there's a program that is going to be running here, and it's free tutorials for secondary school dropouts. Those who want to write JAM, those who want to write WAEC, NAPTEP, every exam you want to partake in. Tutorials will be going here free of charge. To mention but a few of these, let's say we limit ourselves with that because of time. Because if I go ahead and continue, we may not stop here today. So, ladies and gentlemen, I took time to say some of these things because I know these are things he has been involved in and they are practical. And I'm sure when it comes up, he's going to elaborate on some of these and many others by God's grace. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me as I welcome on stage, as we jam our hands together to welcome Pastor Edward Ehitayo. Let's jam our hands together. National President of WAP. We celebrate you, sir.
If you're greedy and you know, clap your hands. Agric 101. Listen before you act. If you're not sure, don't do anything. Fantastic lesson. Your Excellency, the Chairman, Abuja Municipal Area Council. Adero, you've done so much, sir. You've done so much. You've done so much. And that informs why we came here today, why we chose Amac to start with. You've done so many things around within this short time. You came on the saddle. God bless you. Your Royal Highness, the party chieftains, the dignitaries on the high table, the press people, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I will still, stand on the existing protocol. My name is Edward, simply Edward. I'm the errand boy in the house. Anywhere they send me, I go. You will agree with me that greed is the only problem Nigeria has. How many people will agree with me? Greed is the only problem. We talk about corruption, but you need to look at the mother of corruption. What leads to corruption? What brought us to where we are as a country today is greed. A few people will keep grabbing what belongs to so many people. And these few people, they keep taking and they are taking and they are taking, depriving the majority the basic things of life. And so this majority, because they need to survive also, will result into different kinds of vices. Stealing, armed robbery, different kind of things. Because, why? The greed of these few people. And that is the reason why Nigeria is where we are today. And we believe that unless we find a platform on which all of us can come together and begin to wage this war against the avarice, against the insatiable appetite of man,
nothing is going to change. What is a man doing with 5 cars? Just imagine. What's a man doing with 10 houses? In actual fact, the day you begin to sleep in 2 rooms in a night, that's the day you need a doctor to start sleeping with you. But that's what we're going through. That is where we find ourselves. So it's fundamental. So therefore, a war against greed is war against poverty. Because greed is what is causing poverty. That is the essence of young Nigerians against greed. We don't just want to be campaigning to say don't steal, because we know the stealing of the few will affect the majority. So we designed our programs tailored towards empowering the majority, so that we can begin to take from these few who have made up their minds to remain greedy, to remain insatiable, and then give to the majority who are deprived. And that is why we found a good general in our dear president, President Muhammadu Buhari. Hate him for all you like. You will agree with me that this man is selfless. I mean, see him now, he's always lived a life of, they say we are in a recession. The man has always been in a recession. He has, because he doesn't feed his flesh. Every man wants to live in big houses, you want to drive big cars. But here is one man who had all the opportunities to live big, but then he chose to always live small. And I think we must not allow this legacy to pass us by. It's not in our generation. If you see a young man who can sing very well now, he makes 10 million, 50 million, he buys big houses, he's buying big cars. That is the nature of man. But then we can conquer that. Looking at this man, President Muhammadu Buhari, you put your hands together for him. Because if you like it or not, it's coming back 2019. Somebody didn't say amen. Amen. All right, so we believe. Now, we want to thank the management of Amac Resource Center. You know, very accommodating. We came in and then they opened the doors for us, and they just saw the opportunity that we can do this. We can turn things around for people. We can take these things wide and far. You know, and then we've been working together since. And by extension, we've been working with Amac, the Abuja Municipal Area Council. The chairman didn't know us, but he accepted us. He did not, I mean, this is my first time of sitting beside the chairman anyway, beside the local government chairman. This is my first time of meeting our amiable chairman. He didn't know what we were doing. He just saw the letter, and then he said, I must be part of this. I mean, and you say you have not seen change? Even before, we will have to go and sleep with the local government for chairman to come and see us now. But so there has been change in Nigeria, and we need to appreciate that. Thank you so much. This center is loaded. This center is loaded. Every day of the week, this center will be running one empowerment program or the other. We will be teaching nothing less than 60 skills in agriculture. Now, our major focus is to look at different areas, but we're concentrating on agriculture. You know, I began to say to myself, what have we been doing in life? Somebody was saying it's accountancy, it's communication. Ladies and gentlemen, I can do without a doctor for 10 years. I've been living testimony. I've never slept in any hospital bed in my life. I can do without a lawyer for 5 years. If I just behave myself,
I don't need any lawyer. I can even do without a teacher for all my life. I can get a teacher, but manage just do without a farmer for a day. You will know what has come upon your destiny. So farming is important, and that is the beginning of life. All of us must go back to farming, and then we are not just talking about farming. We want to glamorize farming. We want to make farmers look good. Farmers look swaggy. Farmers look so toothed. And that is what we're doing with our programs. So you come here, you pick one program or the other from Monday, sir. Coordinator, sir. From Monday, this center will be opened for everybody. Just come, pick your form from the office, and one skill will be going on. We have 60 skills in farming that you can learn from. Now, our programs is not just for those who want to farm. There are many people who want to farm, and they don't have the capacity to farm. With the assurances of our honorable chairman, is going to pay more attention to farmers' needs from today. I said more attention. He has been doing that. Can you see all this? These are fertilizers for people. If you see his name is there. That's what he has been, not for sale though, he has been giving to all wards in Amac, free of charge. We are not paying. So we have good people on this table, and we want you to pay into these programs. So the farming programs will be running, and then we have a program for those who want to make money from farming, but they don't have the capacity to do it themselves. We call them passive farmers. So you can actually be a passive farmer on our platform. If you come on Monday, we'll train you on what you can do, that your money can begin to work for you. In your bedroom, you can be making money from the farm. So you don't need to actually leave your office or your house to make money anymore. There is a system like that. And by the grace of God, we just created what we call Nigerian Farmers Chamber of Commerce. We're not joking. It is deep, it's real. We must turn this economy around, because we have the capacity to do that. We have Nigerian Farmers Chamber of Commerce. We will connect Nigerian farmers to the rest of the world. So what is going on around the world will naturally impact on Nigerian farmers. And that is the program we have. So we welcome you on board. If you are interested in being part of what we're doing, just join us. The moderator started by talking about our program, and I need to mention it right here immediately. We call it Operation Go Back to School. There are too many young people on our streets. You see them drive Okada, do the Keke Marwa. They are willing to go back to school. They dropped out at a point in time. Maybe from secondary school, some of them primary school, some didn't even attempt to go at all. But they are desirous of going back to school. They want to write GCE, they want to do YF or whatever, but they don't have the capacity, they don't even know how to go about it. So this center will be open for such people. We call it Operation Go Back to School. Free tutorial, free classes, You want to ask me, how are we going to sustain it, how is it going to work? Most of the programs we have done in our lives is free. We do free. Because the best gifts on earth are actually free. How much do you pay for the air you breathe? How much can you pay? If I close your nose for 5 minutes, you know what will happen. But God gave it to all of us free of charge. So I don't buy the idea that people say, you give them to them free. They will not value it. It doesn't matter. Do yours and allow God to do his own. So the center will be open. Now this is how it's going to run. All of us are going to work together. If you can teach English, you can teach mathematics, you can teach geography, you can teach economics, you just enroll with us. We need 1 hour of your life every week. Just 1 hour of your time every week. You come here, take English for 1 hour a week. You go, and God blesses you in return. And I think with that, it's going to work. So we will not have to pay teachers. We will not have to, pay anybody for what we're doing. It's just our resources we'll be using to run the center. And I think some people were dreaming of land, they were dreaming of whatever. I think I'll just dream of a generator for this place, Honorable Chairman. I'll just simply dream of a generator for this place, so that when we come there, we'll be comfortable, So many things will be running, so many things we'll be doing there by God's grace. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you for coming. Our investment and exports promotion seminars will also be running. But some of you just need to learn how to take products from one spot to another, and then they help you, transport it to China, to Japan, to Germany. We have professionals in the house. It's going to come on board and talk to you about export. They'll just look at it. Then we have our Dr. Ozuzu in the house. Fantastic man, very agile, even at 60-something. The man is still jumping fence. No, he's jumping stage. He's the jumping stage. And that is what farming can do to your body. You live healthy because he's eating fresh food every day. Most of you, what you are eating is poison. All those fabricated foods. Poison. Come and learn from Dr. Ozuzu how to live very well. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll be running our multimedia training. All these camera guys will teach you how to do that. We'll also be running our community theater troupe. We're in a community, and we're going to work with you fully, sir. We just designed what we call Apple Newsmakers. Apple Newsmakers. So whatever is going on around here, we work together. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you. And I pray you enjoy your Democracy Day. If you're greedy and clap your hands. God bless you. Enjoy your day.
Yes, sir. And we see Buhari re-elected. Students that are going to come here are going to talk about how Mr. President will be re-elected. It's not a political program, but as they are empowered, they are going to tell others and carry out the political education round the nooks and crannies of Amac and beyond. Thank you, sir, National Coordinator. Before we draw the curtain of this event, more so that the Honorable Chairman is observing the holy month of Ramadan, will not take much of his time. But Chairman, sir, may we crave your indulgence for the next 10 minutes for you to hear more from an expert on how to do export and investment business. An expert in this field, ladies and gentlemen, that we have to appreciate the microphone is Jude Apekide. A round of applause. He's an expert in exports and investments, promotion and business internationally. You're welcome, sir. For the next 10 minutes, he will talk about that, and then we'll go on facility tour.
Our Honorable Chairman, all protocol duly observed, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate this privilege given me to expatiate on the benefit of exports to this nation and how that is going to connect to the war against poverty and the war against greed. I want to be quick to say here that part of what was sinking the Nigerian boat before now was the intense involvement in importing activities and very limited attempts by Nigerians to play internationally in the global market as exporters. Nigerians are talented people in their crafts, in their sports, in agriculture, in the humanities, in the medical field, the intellectual sector. You see Nigerians excelling everywhere in the world. But we haven't, till date, been able to harness even 1% of the endowment inherent in this nation. And that is why what we are flagging off under the leadership of our national chairman is a revolution that will ensure that every Nigerian gets aware about the place of exports and play a role in promoting exports. I will say very quickly that export is a key to fighting unemployment. Export is a key to getting this nation industrialized. Export is a key to diversifying the economy. If we go on producing, a time may come where we may end up saturating the Nigerian market with homemade food. Are you getting what I'm saying? As we continue with our agricultural activities, the fishery, the snarery, the poultry, the cropping, and what have you, we will end up saturating the Nigerian market. We are about almost 200 million with our produce as Nigerians. But there is a market that can never get saturated. The international market, the international buyers are always knocking on our doors. We are the ones turning down this wealth. God, by his design, has made the world ecology, the world vegetation zones, the mineral deposits in different parts of the world to be diverse. So it is necessary that everybody would need the other neighbor or the neighboring country to survive. It is never going to be possible for any nation to be self-sufficient. So the Americans will always remain at your doorstep. So also with the Canadians, the Asians, talking about all the countries that make it up, the Australians, the Europeans in general. It is left for us now to begin to understand that they have always been there, they will remain there, and we just need to get the technicalities in export right. If you're following your news headlines, you know that last year Nigerian yams were rejected in the export market. And when research was done on what happened and why that happened, it was not based on the quality of our yams, because Nigeria has 9 species of yams in the market, but it was based on the packaging procedure, the time, the duration, and some logistics, which already is professionally being conquered. A lot of Nigerians after that experience began to pass through Ghana to export yams. Ghana has only 2 species of yams, but most of their yams, or most of the yams in Europe now, they say it is Ghanaian yams. Most of them are Nigerian yams passing through Ghana. I also want to say that Nigeria is being left behind in the export market on the place or our placing in matters of packaging. Cameroon, Ghana, Mali, and other countries around us are very good at packaging their produce and having a niche for themselves in the world market. But most Nigerians try to offer things according to the local market standards, and that has made us to be played out of the market. We are already addressing that under this program. I want to say that the biggest blessing that has come to Nigeria at this point in time, to the best of my understanding, is the work program that our chairman has launched. Because, as he has rightly said, we are not just fantasizing that there is a war being waged against poverty. We are telling you that we are sure. On our table are contracts from Japanese, from Chinese, from Americans, from various European countries, asking us to sign export contracts. Bring so and so 1,000 metric tons of cassava, of ginger, of seed, of palm oil, of yams, of just mention so many produce that are around you that are wasting, that you can position yourself as a middleman to get involved in the chain and ensure that you create wealth for yourself. But we are turning down these offers. You know why? When you sign a contract with most of these foreigners and you don't meet up, they can sue you. We are now trying to mobilize Nigerians into our program, the Farm Wealth Program, and all the various segments of the work program. we are collaborating with our chairman to ensure that we have the population. With the population and the packaging skills and the resources put together, Nigeria will feed the world. We will begin to put food on the table of everybody across the continent, across the globe rather. Then I also want to quickly say that export is not only about the agricultural sector. There are demands on us concerning the solid minerals in Nigeria. I hope you are aware that Nigeria has been too focused on our oil wealth, and we have failed to use the oil to diversify and develop all the other sectors. And it's one of the key reasons for the challenges we have been having. Now that the diversification game is on, it is time for you to place your hands on the table and be part and parcel of what is happening. Solid mineral sector, there is so much at stake for us. There's so much wealth in it. You may not directly be a miner, but you can, in the value chain, play a role. As has been said about farming, agric alone, the value chain of agriculture is over 15. Beginning from the point of cultivation, the inputs, the marketers, the processing, the equipment, export phase of it, the training or capacity building, you go on warehousing, storage. It is also the same with solid minerals. And another field of export not mentioned, which has to do with our direct human services. Those who are into sports, those who are into various areas of talent. If you remember USA 94, Nigeria had one of the greatest exports in the World Cup. And most of the wealth coming into the country comes also through sports. So we will not only look at our agro exports, we will not only look at the solid minerals, we will be partnering with the leadership of the country at all the levels to ensure that skills that are wasted on the streets are developed. We already have international scouts that are interested in our programs, foreign clubs that we are affiliating with. And once trainings and sign-offs are done, you see these people become another phase of our export, another phase of our wealth. So in summary, we encourage everyone to get set for the export segment of the training, because exports is one market that can never be exhausted. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jude Afekide. Honorable Chairman, sir, you can see that we can do a lot of export business, especially from the agro sector. Thank you very much, Jude Afekide. Ladies and gentlemen, any moment from now, we are going to decimate the order of this event for the chairman to also attend to some very, very key political issues. Before that, may I crave the indulgence of the Honorable Chairman and Chairman of this occasion that we take the keynote address from a man who hardly smiles. He only smiles when he reaps millions from his fish farm. Dr. Jones, as usual. That's what I like to get for the keynote address.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chairman, His Royal Highness, the Chairman of the Traders Association, the Honorable Councillor, the Honorable Supervisory Councillor of Agriculture, that is our Honorable Commissioner, the Chief Fadola, entire Director of Budget, members of the High Table, ladies and gentlemen, I beg to stand on the existing protocol. I'm called upon to present the keynote address. I will do so First of all, let me start by highlighting on some of the points raised here by some of us. First of all, I have to start from the chairman. The chairman, Amac, Abuja Municipal Area Council, have really done a lot for the council and for the entire FCT. Let it be on note that this man is the only chairman across the 704 council area that gives fertilizer free of charge to farmers. This is a humble man that the project he has embarked upon speaks for himself. So to say, we are here today for the flag off of the Young Nigerian Against Greed. Why not? In collaboration with Abuja Municipal Area Council Resource Center. This resource center is a baby of Amac. We've come a long way, and presently we are moving on. I will not waste our time. They said a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step, and good things don't start with much crowd. It's our intention to create 10,000 millionaires in each council area. For the past 25 years, I have been involved in agriculture. When some of you will get to know about my CV or where I'm coming from, you know that I've come a long way. As a member or former member of the National Committee of National Development that planned the National Master Plan for Nigeria, I felt it rests upon some of us to take this country to where it belongs. Some of us are outside the country. The only person nearer here is the man called Abuja. Abuja is the Republic of Benin. He is in charge of Songhai farms. And we can see that a lot of us travel to Port Novo to go and learn agriculture. So, what we are going to Port Novo to learn, you can now learn it more here in Amac Resource Center. What we are trying to achieve here today, what we are doing here in Amac Resource Center, we are replicating in all the 734 local government areas of Nigeria. We started with zero budget here, but our investment here has gone up to at least 1 billion. We didn't borrow either from the bank or from any individual, but with our little resources, we turn it over. Let me start by highlighting the activities of the Resource Center. In the Resource Center here, we have 200,000 capacity fish farm. We have 100 million capacity hatchery, fingerless production, the highest in the North Central. This all built by Satellite Town Development Authority is divided into two. One is designed for what we are doing now. The other one is hatchery. The fish that comes into this country, that comes into Abuja, comes from Lagos and Ogun State. It's a challenge to some of us. So we are putting a stop to that. So, 3, we are into farm tool fabrication. We produce farm tools, simple farm tools. You can see that the the native hoe we are using here. I'm going to use it, one or two times. You throw it away. But we've come up with a strong hoe with rake. That is 3. We are also producing battery cage. We are also producing missing to have. According to the president of Wayne, he said he had not been to the hospital for the past 15 years. My own is 25 years. I've not been to the hospital. There's a herb called mistletoe. Mistletoe is God's own pharmacy. Anybody that have is said can Google mistletoe. The Indians, the Japanese, the Israelis, the Chinese, they cannot do without mistletoe. Anytime you see them, they are with their flags. And hardly you see people becoming sick. Unless when they come to this part of the country, maybe they are attacked by mosquitoes. That's all. We have 10-ton capacity mill. This mill is free of charge for the villagers, the owners of the resettlement. Because here, people have the allocation, but when Erifai came, Erifai, sent everybody packing and gave here to the natives. So we also are carrying them along. We have set up a mill, 10-ton mill. It's free, we are not charging them. We also into training of entrepreneurship, training on 60 demanding projects. We call it Agro-Industrial Development Center. Amac Agro-Industrial Development Center. It's not only agriculture, but agriculture is the main thing. We are also into project packaging. We package your project because when you approach a bank, the bank will demand certain information. We teach you, we tell you what to do to get there. We will concentrate on very major issue, that is identifying new ventures opportunity, sources of ideas for new projects and services, pitfalls in selecting new projects, and a short exercise in identification of relevant projects relevant projects that women, youth, retired but not tired civil servants, and unemployed can engage in. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got fish farming, we've got poultry farming, we've got grass cutter farming, we've got snail farming, we've got custard powder production, we've got powdered milk production, we've got powdered tomato production, we have shea butter production, we have baby food production, we have banana powder production, we have spice production, we have production of starch, production of marmalade, production of granite, butter, fruit chasers, we have preservation of fruits and vegetables. We have fish feed production, we have smoked fish production, we have production of homemade coconut cream, we have lemon, lime, ginger, we have mixed berries, apple juice, we have homemade flour bread, we have whole baked shaped shortcake cookies, we have fabrication of battery cage, we have production of biscuits, we have production of popcorn, we have production of snacks, we have production of ice cream, we have production of kunu, we have production of fruit salad, we have production of orange juice, we have processing of soya milk, we have processing of salad, we have processing of apple green smoothie, We have processing of mixed watermelon, carrot, and orange juice. That we have outside here. You can see for yourself. We have processing of smoked dried fish. Smoked dried fish is a different thing for export. We have processing of cassava plantain flour into a meal. We have coiling cake. We have butter cake. We have sponge cake. We have frosted cake. We have frosted layer cake. We have ceremony sugar cake. We have chocolate chiffon cake. We have crumble cake. We have preparation of meat peas. We have preparation of fish roll. We have preparation of puff puff. We have preparation of chin chin. We have preparation of buns. We have preparation of sausage roll. We have preparation of egg roll. We have preparation of coconut oil. We have preparation of dried pumpkin leaf, ugu. We have preparation of bleach. We have preparation of balm. We have preparation of hair cream. We have preparation of bar soap, and we have preparation of body cream. So these are 60.
Wow, a round of applause. A round of applause for the floor.
Each one of us can embark upon. And I'm telling you, after our training, you go home smiling. Our training will take off on Monday in August. Not minding any other out, we will be there. And our book, our publication, where we have all this project package, we are dedicating it to our noble president, General Muhammad Buhari, through our chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I beg to sit down and listen to them.
Round of applause for Professor Jules Ozuzu. Thank you very much. We have come to the official end of this program. Let me quickly, within 2 minutes before we take the national anthem and the chairman takes his departure, Pastor Eshezuna Asuzu for both of times before we take the national anthem and then the Honorable Chairman will take his leave. Let's applaud him to the microphone quickly.
Thank you, Mr. S. I stand on the existing protocol. The Honorable Chairman, Abuja Municipal Area Council, we are so glad to have you in our midst. We are able entourage, the chieftains, the Gibraltars, the Eurocode of governors and politics in Abuja. We're also delighted to have in our midst also the able resource person, the director of the center. We are really grateful for your presentation. And of course, His Royal Highness, our chief host, for making our time to be here. I know there are, just like the chairman, you have other engagements, but you chose to side with the war against poverty. That simply shows your concern for your people. It simply shows your affectionate connection to the welfare and the well-being of the people, which has actually been exemplified by the Honorable Chairman. We are also grateful to have with us the representative of traders in Abuja, the very chief himself. Thank you for that good message. And I don't know how I will begin to thank the convener of this program, the national coordinator of the Young Nigerians Against Greed, why not? And also the president of Nigerian Commercial Farmers Association for this honor of coming around and organizing something like this. I'm telling you, it shows a lot of concern for what every the ordinary Nigerian is going through. And I can tell you that he has a lot of goodies in store. As we go on, these things will be unveiled. Finally, and most importantly, I want to thank the eminent audience for making our time to be here. In the crowd, I can see Otumba Oyato. He came in and just sat quietly at the back. the Ekiti people that are also came all the way from Ekiti delegation. We are so happy to have you. It shows that this message is getting reverberations across the country. And of course, this chance will not be complete without mentioning the aides of the Honorable Chairman. Honorable Chairman, you forgive my seemingly breach of protocol. You know, Governor Kaide is here, and also we have other honorable assistants to the chairman who are doing a fantastic work. They say behind a successful man there is a woman. Behind a successful chairman, there are very eminent hands, aides who are working with you, and therefore we appreciate you. Thank you for coming, and we hope that you will continue to respond when we call, because there will be many calls like this going forward. Because as far as we are concerned, the war against poverty has started, and it will be accomplished. And if you agree with me, I want you to give a rousing round of ovation to ourselves. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Before we take the national anthem, so that our Honorable Chairman can leave, we don't want to leave you hanging. If you want to be part of the things we're doing, yeah, the office is just the building after this uncompleted building. Just walk in there, you see doctor, the secretaries are there, people will attend to you. But if you don't want to go through that stress, you can talk to a professor, you can talk to Otumba, these gentlemen will lead you on what you need to do, so that all of us can work together and we salvage our nation. God bless you. Thank you so much for coming. As you came, may the good Lord be with you. May He make His face to shine upon you. May He send you destiny helpers. Thank you and God bless.
Honorable Chairman, with the kind permission, may we rise to take the national anthem. Thank you very much. With famine and war against poverty, the labors of our heroes past shall not be in vain. Right now, let's get to know what our participants, our guests, have to say.
Okay, own a little, let the other guy own a little, and you keep the world going. Don't accumulate while others lack anything for themselves. I think that is just what this program is all about. And I think all hands must be on deck to support it. All hands. People may not know the value for what is going to, is being practiced here. But if we key into it, you will discover that the people will be better for it.
Yeah, actually, we are very excited because Nigerians have to learn from someone. Now, without being a farmer, at least it's just, in fact, I would say you are like an idle man. An idle man is a devil workshop, and we have to learn from another person. And farm is very, very important, so that without farm, we can reduce the poverty in Nigeria. Now, when we are farming, at least it will encourage our people that tomorrow it will be better than today. So my encouragement to all of us that we should go back to farm.
Well, it's a good program, but there's one thing in this country. So many Nigerians want to die. They want to go to heaven, but they don't want to die. Like, you want to enjoy hard, they don't want to work hard. And I pray that God will just help us. We need to change. We need mindset. We need to change our mindset. So, and I pray that God will help us, especially we youths. So that's what I have to say. We need to wake up. This is a wake-up call for everyone.
My name is Mohammed Salisu Dangazivi, the Supervisor Councillor of Agric and Natural Resources. This program is well interested, and I want to appreciate the organizers of this program, because war against poverty, if we take agriculture alone and natural resources, is the easiest way for eradicating poverty in Nigeria. Because with agriculture, nothing is waste. You can start anything in agriculture and you cannot lose anything. And compared to our population in Nigeria today, almost 70% are under agricultural occupation or related occupations. So it is the easier way, you understand, to reduce or to eradicate poverty in Nigeria. Yes, that is why I'm here. My chairman is here. We are interested in agriculture. Even me, I have my own personal farm which I've been started. Even though I'm doing government work, but before my retirement, I want to be an entrepreneur in agriculture, so that my young ones will be bona fide of agriculture, so that they can start young. I can catch them young, and I can even assist my neighbor in terms of growing into agriculture, so that they can be employer of labor and they can employ themselves and they can contribute for the feed and feeding of the nation. That is our philosophy in Amac and Council. And I personally, as an individual, agriculture is the easiest way to eradicate poverty totally in Nigeria.
My name is Honorable Halidu Adamu, Council Secretary Abuja Municipal Area Council. What I will say, my boss has already said, that I will make an additional input. Agriculture is very important. As the doctors, as the pastors say, it can be almost 5 months without meeting a doctor. It can be almost 1 year, 2 years without being seeing a teacher. So agriculture is under must. At every time, any day, you across the agricultural production, because you can never live without being with agric. You are feeding, immediately you wake up, you eat. In the afternoon you eat, in the evening you eat. So definitely agriculture is very important. Even before we discover the oil, it's agriculture that is using for Nigeria government. We are exporting the agriculture to get our own income. So I'll advise the people of Nigeria, we should concentrate on agri, and we should give our priority to agri, and by God's grace, we will never regret on it.
It's a matter of must. You know, we don't plan for farmers as important as they look or as they are. We don't plan for their future. So when they work at young age, they grow old, they are tired. Nobody is thinking about they live well. So our program will, give them adequate pensions forever. I mean, an adequate a farmer may actually be collecting like $1,000 per day. Yes, as a retired farmer, can I be making like $1,000 per day? That is the minimum you can get. That's what we're scheduling here, and for this center is loaded. Everything will be happening every day.
Viewers, you have heard the divergent views of the participants and the guests that attended this momentous event. From their views, we have heard how the resource center can be made resourceful, how the resource center can be made sustainable, because sustainable development is a major key to economic development. Right now, I welcome you on board for the facility tour of this resource center. Welcome back from the facility tour. It's been a very amazing, very interesting, very scintillating event. The flag off of the War Against Poverty program. As you can see from this event, it's going to be monumental in the political, in the historical, in the civil and cultural and economic revolution of Nigeria and in the lives of Nigerians. This is a program that is tailored towards improving the living standard of the average Nigerian citizenry. It has come to stay on a sustainable basis, as we have heard from the coordinator of this program, Pastor Edward Eitayo Olutoke. This program will sustain itself as people acquire skills for economic self-reliance. As we have also heard from the political class, especially the executive chairman of the Abuja Municipal Area Council, is going to be a directive, is going to be an instruction, is going to be a policy matter that will be communicated down the hierarchy of the management of the area council. It's going to be a program that will be partnered with the Young Nigerians Against Greed. It is a program, according to him, that he would like to partner with. It's a program that will be sponsored. He also said that he is going to ensure that this program is taken to every nook and cranny, especially all the wards of Amac, the Abuja Municipal Area Council. And as we can see here today, the launching of this program, according to the master plan that is designed for it, is going to be a total war against poverty, against hunger, and against social malaise of any dimension. Social vices will be mitigated in the board as people get engaged from the streets, especially young persons, for skills acquisition towards economic self-reliance. Till we come your way again, I remain your humble host and program coordinator, See Africa, with Austin Akubo.
You are watching African Politics TV. Everything politics.